Hello, this is Dave Gibberline with Shotoru Goshin Jutsu and today's karate short. This is part six in the breathing series. I believe there will only be 7. There were supposed to be 3 or 4, but even just for basic breathing exercises, I need 7. There might be an 8th if I do breathing in Seiza. But anyway, today we're going to talk about how do you do the total body squeeze with speed. And the other models that we used, where you kind of squeeze the pancakes, it's too slow. It doesn't adapt itself well to speed. So I have a new model for you to try. And I guess I want to talk about the 2 issues with moving with speed and breathing. The first one is too much air. And there's an excellent visual here where if you imagine you have this much air in your system, what you should do is let just a little bit of air in and then squeeze. So it kind of goes in any given technique. So if I'm ready to move, my body just a little bit goes before you squeeze. Just a little bit in before you squeeze. What people do though is they take too big of a breath and then when they squeeze, they're stuck up here. So this is super common in step and punches or any long technique. And your pressure is all up inside. Continuing with the too much air, it also makes it too slow when you try to do rapid techniques. So a perfect example of both of these problems is the triple punch. 1 head, 2 stomach. This is very basic in our system. It's part of our testing ranks after the first or second test of your triple punches throughout the rest of your testing when you're doing basics. And I found it to be one of the most frustrating parts because I always took in too much air and I had too much tension. So the harder I tried, the slower I got. Kind of looked like this. And it just, oh my God, it was so hard. So what I want you to try to do here is maintain your position nice and straight and tall, and you're going to try to squeeze just that little bit of pressure and down into the ground that we talked about. So there's just a slight increase, and then you squeeze down. And then you squeeze down 2 more times for the double punch. In order to keep track of this, this is the new visual. I want you to, instead of imagining the big plate with the pancakes, I want you to imagine that your center, your hara, your tanden, is like your fist. So a common question that I used to have, and other people used to often have, is how much pressure do I keep? How much tension do I keep all the time? Am I tight like this? No, you can't move that. Do I let it go completely? No, then you're vulnerable. So it's a little bit like your fist. You can hold a fist and squeeze it and then release it, and that's too big. You can squeeze it and then release, squeeze it and then release. You can do that very quickly. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Without the squeeze, release, that's too big. Your center is that way. Your center is right here. It's going to squeeze when you do a technique, but not release all the way when you're done. It will help if you key this to your drawing arm at first. So your center squeezes when your drawing arm gets there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It just pop, 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 pop. So in the step and punch example, your center's here in a fist. You're going to squeeze it there and then squeeze it 2 more times. So I'll do it again. You go 1, 2, 1, 2. Now there's more to the step and punch as far as using shock from your legs, keeping your structure, all that stuff. But I'm saying if you make the change to thinking about your center, just squeezing, it can help you with the too much air problem. Another place where this showed up is anytime I would do rapid kata or rapid techniques in kata. So in Hangetsu, which was my kata for many, many years, I was very proud of my slow motion actions. Expand, contract, expand. Oh, I was good at this. And then you get down to the end, you're good at this part. Maybe there's a trouble here, but you can kind of cover it. Nobody knows, right? But then you get down to the third one of these. Let's see the angle here I want to get. The third one of these, and this would happen. I just had nothing left. I would almost pass out because no air was coming back in because I had excess tension. So the more I could concentrate on that squeeze, 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 it started to help me. So I get to here where I'm squeezed, and then you pull, and then pull 2 more times. And then this way, 2 more times. Then this way, 2 more times. I'll try this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So that's the whole thing. New drill. Imagine that your center is like your fist. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Not squeeze, release. Squeeze. Too much air, too much time. So I hope you find this helpful. Please like and subscribe to the videos. Leave me questions below, or you can email me at gimberline@hotmail.com. Thank you.